Hello and welcome back everyone to a new episode of Loremaster Leveling here with me, Sneaky Bard. Okay, so this is our final episode and Feralas goes, hey, look at this, 13% until we ding. So after this episode we'll finally go to the Eastern Plaguelands. We are currently trying to get 8 more Grimtoten homes and see how many of these quests we manage to complete before it's time to call an episode. So last episode, wrong button, used to have kick on 9 for so long that, like, for years and years and years, that I keep forgetting that that's not where it is anymore. Anyway, last episode we talked a bit about what could be the unintended negative ramifications of the whole level scaling agenda that Blizzard's got going on. And I managed to talk a bit during the week as well with a friend about the unintended PvP ramifications. So thank God, let's knock on wood here, there are no Alliance people in Feralas, but if there were, these guys could be ranging from anywhere to, well, which level is this zone? From 35 to 60. So they just obliterate us if it came to PvP. I mean, really, even if I suck at PvP, if a 60 came up, they'd probably just one-shot anyone. So there's that. Whereas previously, if you were in a PvP server, the issue you had was not so much is the other player going to be aggressive, because hey, you're in a PvP server, they're going to be aggressive, but if you actually could beat them. I mean, this is an issue you still have, but there's more of a resounding question of, no, you can't beat them if they're that high level. Whereas before it was kind of like, if it was all kept in the 1 level, not 1 level, 5 level bracket, then you still had a chance, even if there were 5 levels higher than you. It was very, very tough, but you could do it. So you kind of had this sort of fair competition thing going on that you don't necessarily do now. Obviously, the response to any of this complaint is basically going to be, well, don't play. Oh, there's another group of them. Don't play on a PvP server if you don't like that, but that's not going to solve the problem. I mean, unless you want everyone to play on PvE servers, that is. Oh dear. Are you... Let's stun you. Do we have enough? We do. Okay. Let's use our kick. There we go. Ah, damn it. Oh dear. Q. Let's blind you. Kick. Ah, come on. We don't have enough for a kick. Are you mad? How many of these wolves are there? Okay. Whew. Good. Okay. Back on track. So yeah, PvP might have some unintended consequences from this, in terms of that. Let's kill that. The playing field within a zone is now much higher. I mean, unless you're in the higher end zones, there's just like, let's walk through it. Say Westfall, that's a level what? 10 zone. So there's 50 possible levels of players in that zone questing with you. If you're in a PvP realm, you're guaranteed to get like ganked. Whereas if you're, say, in what do I know, Blasted Lands, that's 40 something, right? Then suddenly there's only like 20 levels of players that are competing with you and are basically stronger than you level wise. And if you're in Silitist, like old Silitist, I don't know how much they've revamped the level of Silitist. Let's have a look. Yeah, no, yeah, there's 20 levels of players in there. Same with like Winter Spring, 20 levels. Did they bring these down? They used to be like 50, didn't they? Are there any level 50 zones left? Where's Fellwood? No, apparently all the old level 50 something zones got downgraded to level 40. Am I correct in that assumption? Apparently, yes. So yeah, you're always going to have these big chunks of players that could or are probably better than you, at least stronger in the sense that they're higher level, could mess up your day. And that, especially if you like world PvP, I mean, I know that demographic has shrunk and is not really something that Blizzard is intent on fixing. But if you really like it, like my friend told me, he really likes it. He likes to have these one-on-one battles escalate in the world. If you like them, they are basically founded upon the premise that your opponents are all going to be roughly equally strong compared to you. But now that's not going to happen. I mean, there might be, if there's enough of a server population, that one of these ganking events kind of spills out into an all open zone war between the Horde and the Alliance. But I guess that's, I mean, one, it's not fun for the person who's being ganked, and two, I personally think that it's less likely because, hey, that person's going to kill them and just move on. And unless someone else is there to see it, there's not much that's going to be done about it. But if these two people are equally matched in strength, then they might actually have a, you know, bit longer epic duel that spans the zone, that then, because it takes longer, ropes in other players into them instead of being this like split second thing that happens. Alright, let's focus on the mob here though, because they are tougher and are more prone to killing us. Alright, we've got 2 more horns to go apparently. So let's go here. Naturalist, let's get you. Alright, let's use our bleed on you. That way when you run away it won't be as quick. But yeah, I mean, what are your thoughts on level scaling in particular? Because I mean, I liked it, I still like it. I do think it's maybe could be implemented a bit better than it is currently. But I actually wish that WoW had done something like this way back in, say, Kata. Instead of like revamping the world completely, doing something like this instead. Okay, one last horn it is then. And then we'll see where we're going. Are we going to go for Mountain Giant Music or something like that? We do have a couple of quests after all. I mean, I doubt we'll get 8% on our XP bar just from this one quest, or 7 now. So we still have that lovely rested XP. The Gorduni, yeah, let's go do the Gorduni, because that we have like a quarter of an hour left, and that gives us, I think, a nicely doable quest in that time that we can then turn in and say goodbye to the zone as we ding level 40. I haven't even looked at the new talent rows either, like new as in what we can get at 45, which is in 5 levels. It has deeper stratagem, anticipation, and vigor. The old rogue player in me always says go vigor, more energy is always better. But anticipation sounds nice as well, since more combo points has always been something that I've dreamt of having. And deeper stratagem also does something with combo points and adds more, like 5% more damage to your finishing moves, which sounds interesting and actually a bit better, I think. I haven't like min-maxed them, and I'll probably never try and min-max any of these talents on this character, at least for now. Maybe if I want to go and raid with Tafrona at some point in the future, I'll min-max them. But while I'm leveling now, I'll just go with RP and, you know, that sort of stuff. Even though for RP we might have wanted to go for Master of Subtlety instead, because we are based off of Garrett after all. But hey, Garrett is a weapon master too, sort of. Master of the bow and the blackjack. And most recently as well, the sword. We did kill some Hammerhaunts in the last recording session that I had. Alright, we see Gorduni Ogres, but where are the ones that we need to actually kill? Let's sprint. I think they might be all the way up here. So this is going to be interesting, since these guys are quite, like, not, now they don't seem that tightly clustered together. But once we enter the camp, if memory serves, they are more tightly clustered together. So you'll have to deal with all sorts of potential pulling happening, especially when these guys try and run away and whatnot. So let's go here, see if we can only pull one. Here we go. And good. I was thinking if Eviscerate would be enough to kill him. Instantly, that is, instead of having him run away, and that it was. Here we go. Let's use a dot on you because you will run away. There we go. Let's also heal. Use our rocket because who doesn't like a bit more of the global cooldown damage abilities?
I'm out of range.
Yes, I know you're out of range. Let's shadow step you. Oh, wrong button. Somehow I used my shuriken instead. Let's use our Eviscerate. That wasn't quite what we wanted. Let's heal. What did you do? Oh, full of meat. Okay, haste reduced, movement speed reduced. Okay, so far the pulling is going well. There's two of them down there though, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to sap one of you and just attack you one by one. Something that I only learned very like late in my first rogue's career. I couldn't sap for the life of me. But then I also think that previously your stealth wasn't as hard to detect for mobs, which made stealth a bit more difficult. I mean, once you get used to it, that is. There we go, let's use our cooldown. And Eviscerate away. Come on, kill the tamer. We need one more tamer after this guy. There we go, nicely backstabbed. We have half health, so we should be able to do one more tamer, I think. Let's use our bleed. Kite you over here. There we go. Nice. Alright. You might be trying to run away? No? Why did you try and run away? Well, not that I should be complaining. If you don't run away, that's better for me. Oh, we have Big Fist. A Yeti. Probably want to try and get full health before we try and engage the Yeti. Something tells me that this is not the nicest of mobs, so to speak. But because I have the percentage on, I'm not even sure how many health points you have. Alright. One more go of the old Crimson Vial, and then we go. Right. Yeah. Let's bleed you. Oh, you were not off the global cooldown, apparently. Somehow thought you were. Sorry about misinforming everyone. Ah, you're not as tough as you look. You're just enraged. There we go. Let's hop on our mount and run away from all the ogres. Wow, these quests were actually quicker than I thought. Look at that. Might be able to squeeze in an additional quest as well, if I don't get lost trying to find my way out of this ogre compound. Alright, let's have a look here and see that we don't die to all these ogres, and especially the ogre mages. No, you shall not crush us. I'm already small enough as a goblin. Becoming smaller wouldn't solve many things. Apparently you were serious since you decided to daze me. Oh dear, it's a dryad. Okay, cool. We managed to avoid all the ogres. Avoid running into a dryad as well that was camouflaged in the grass. Okay, let's turn in some quests then. Because we are at it, or we are at the Camp Moyachi anyway. So let's do that and then see what quest is over all the way over here. Yusundra's Call. Okay. Just generic, go see this person at this and this place. Probably giving us a new quest hub that we won't even try and do anything with. So here we go. Let's see, does this ding us? It does indeed! We're level 40. We've learned Shadow Dance. And... wait, do we... yeah, we actually have to buy the new riding skill as well to get faster mounts. We didn't get it automatically. Yeah, here we go. Where do I want to bind Shadow Dance? That's a tricky question, actually. Let's put it on F2 for now. Don't ask me why. No, F1 is better. F1. Alright, let's get these guys. And also remember, we're getting more gear. So, that we also remember to exchange what we have, since our gear, let's compare. Utter crap compared to what we can get here. So that also explains why we were having a tough time with some of the mobs. Our gear was in a need of an update there. So let's see, we have about a couple more minutes. I might cut this a bit shorter here after we turn in Yusandra's call, because I will also have to travel all the way to the Eastern Plaguelands, and you know, I'm not going to have you sit through that entire traveling bit because I have no flight paths at all in the Eastern Kingdoms. I'll probably have to go to the Undercity and then, you know, ride my bike through the Western Plaguelands and then to the Eastern one. But let's see, where is our little quest marker thingy here for Yusandra's call? Okay, you're not here. This is strange. What does the quest say? Speak with Yusandra at the Emerald Summit in the Lower Wilds. So, is this saying that you're on the summit? We need to find a way up there. Maybe it's this bit here, but I'm just going to walk around this thing. Does it say... okay, yeah, path of the main road. Apparently it leads up here, that's what she said. Could it be this path? Looks like it could be. Alright, let's get up here. And not fall off. We shouldn't fall off, but you never know with me after all. I am prone to falling off whenever, you know, I'm at a certain elevation in a game. Oh! Who are you yelling at? Come forth, Tenar, I stand before you. Tenar, I knew you'd return this hunter, it was only a matter of time. I've returned only to end this, Tenar. This land will finally have peace. Peace? Peace? Oh dear. We are fighting a what? A dragon? Elite dragon? And it looks to be one of those nightmare ones. At least it seems to be connected to the dream. Because it's having this ghost type thingy. Yeah, and it's shooting nightmare bolts, so fair to say that it's a nightmare dragon. My essence will persist. Hopefully not. Thank you, Druid, for helping us. And you're level 40, just as we are. Yay! Okay. Oh, apparently I need to be Terrar. Well, we will not do that, so we will just enjoy the view here and say goodbye to Feralas. And thank you for watching. As always, my name has been Sneaky Bard. I do hope you did enjoy the episode. If you did, remember to like and to subscribe. And I'll see you in the next one. Until then, bye-bye.